Hey honeys, welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in. So today we'll be talking about why your protective styles in your braids itch it so much and what you can do to avoid this. Now we're growing our hair and we know protective styles helps our hair so much with growth and the length retention, and we don't want to have our scalp itching when we have it in. So let's get started. So before we talk about the solutions to your itchy scalp and hair, let's talk about the causes and why your scalp and hair might be itchy, so you know which one applies to you and the right solution for it. So the first cause of the itch could be the braiding hair itself, which is the synthetic braiding hair that we normally use in our braids. These braiding hairs normally coated with preservatives, which is an alkaline irritant with a high pH level about 7, and when it comes into contact with our scalp, which has a lower pH, it might irritate our scalp. The hair companies use these chemicals to prevent mold and other stuff from growing on the hair, and some people are more sensitive than others to these chemicals. Like my younger daughter, she's very sensitive, and when she has braiding, she really itches, which is very upsetting to see. Now, you can also experience the itch on other parts of your body where the hair touches. The next cause is dry scalp, which can be as a result of exposing your scalp through the protective styling. Now, the best solution to this is to be very consistent with your hair care regimen, moisturizing your scalp and oiling your scalp whilst you have your protective styling. Protective styling does not mean neglect. So please don't neglect your hair whilst you have your protective styling. Now, here I'm using the Extreme Growth Scalp and Hair Therapy Oil from K Culture to oil my daughter's scalp, and I do this about 3 times a week while she's got her protective styling. You can see the scalp is dry, okay, and this is what you want to be doing. Any good oil, you want to make sure you're oiling your scalp, moisturizing your scalp at least 3 times a week when you have your protective styling. Now, before you apply your oils, you want to make sure you spray your hair with some water. Get your spray bottle, spray your hair with some water, then go in with your oils, okay, to make sure your scalp is moisturized and oiled. And then you go on to massage your scalp. Make sure you're massaging your scalp very well. At least, if you can, at least 3 times a week. If you can do it every day, it will really help. Massaging your scalp really helps with the growth when you have your protective styles in. So make sure you're massaging your scalp very well, okay? At least 3 times a week you want to do that. Now, you don't want to be using heavy product whilst you have protective styles in, so make sure the oils you apply to your scalp, you're using lighter oils, okay? Lighter oils like a jojoba oil, argan oil, almond oil, or grapeseed oil are really good options. Do not use heavy oils to avoid buildups. Another solution to the dry scalp is before braiding your hair, ensure you moisturize the scalp to help with exposed skin once the braids are in. Also, you can do hot oil scalp treatment before braiding to help with the itch. Before we talk about the next causes of the itch, let's talk about the solution to the first cause of itch, which is the braiding hair. So if you've already installed your braids, all you need to do is to get some apple cider vinegar, okay? 1 part ACV to 4 parts of warm water. Mix it together, soak your hair in it, just like I'm going to be doing here. Okay, now you can also put this in a spray bottle. Okay, so just put some water in a spray bottle and add your ACV with the same measurement I've mentioned. Okay, so here I've got a bowl of warm water, as you can see, and I'm going to put this amount of ACV in there. So 1 part of ACV to 4 parts of warm water. Now, I'd like to mention that this solution is not just for when you have synthetic hair attached, okay, or extensions, but even when you have your natural hair only in braids and you're experiencing the itch, okay, you can do this as well to take out the itch. When you have the itchy scalp, itchy hair, you can do this. So now the mixture is ready. I'm just going to dip my daughter's hair into this mixture, and I'm going to try and get as much of the hair as I can into the bowl of water. And you can get a cup as well and just fetch the water, pour directly onto the scalp, which is where mostly we get the itch, and also along the length of the braids. Because like I said, if you are sensitive to the synthetic hair, then every part of your body, whichever part of your body the hair touches, you will be itching. So you want to make sure that you are running the ACV throughout the whole length of the hair. And like I said, you can use a spray bottle as well, but I prefer dipping the whole hair into the mixture. To take out the smell of the ACV, we're going to be shampooing the hair. Now you notice I'm not putting the shampoo on the hair or scalp directly to avoid buildup, and also to make sure the shampoo doesn't get stuck in between the braids. Okay, so a little bit of the shampoo, and then you add a bit of water, a bit of warm water to it, mix it up, and then you can put it on the scalp and give it just a quick and wash to avoid any frizz. Now let's talk about the third cause of the itch, which is fungal dandruff. This can cause flaking and buildup, causing the itch. Now the difference between dandruff and dry scalp is the flakes you see from dry scalp are small white flakes, and the scalp feels dry to the touch. However, flakes from dandruffs are more larger and yellowish in color, and the scalp should feel oily to the touch with dandruff. So hopefully these differences should help you to know whether you're having dandruff or you're having dry scalp. Now with dandruff, you can use anti-dandruff shampoo to wash the hair, but you know we love to go natural here. So I would suggest to use tea tree oil, which is antimicrobial. It targets the yeast and kills it. You can also use sulfate to treat this, and you can actually use both sulfate and tea tree oil together to treat this condition. Now you can have both dry scalp and fungal dandruff together at the same time, and that's when tea tree oil comes in very useful, because tea tree oil is antimicrobial, which comes in oily form, so it's very good for dry scalp, and also it helps to kill the yeast growing in the hair with the dandruff. That's if you don't want to wash your braids. However, if you can, then please do wash your braids to help with the itch, just as we're doing. And please make sure that you rinse the shampoo out thoroughly, like you can see me doing, to avoid buildups. Which brings us to the fourth and final cause of the itch, which is product buildup on your scalp whilst having your protective styling and not washing your hair for weeks, but still applying the product, which is just sitting on your scalp, causing irritation and itch. Now the solution here is try use less heavy products on your hair whilst you have your protective style in, and wash your hair when you see buildups. If you have your hair in braids with synthetic hair, at this point it's okay to catch the excess water with a towel, unlike a t-shirt, because it's not going to be enough to catch the water, and also your hair is within the synthetic hair, which comes directly in contact with the towel. You can also soak your synthetic braiding hair in the warm water ACV mixture, which is a 1 part ACV to 4 parts water, even before you install the braids. Now, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you keep the rubber bands that comes with the braiding hair on to avoid tangling, and also keep the hair in braids. A lot of the time the hair comes already braided, so keep it in braids, like just as you can see, and wash it like that and soak it like that. But then sometimes they don't come in braids. If they don't, then please make sure you braid it just like this, okay, to avoid tangling, because synthetic hair tangles easily. And soak the braiding hair in the water solution for about 15 to 30 minutes before you take it out. If you decide to wash the braids with the ACV solution after you have installed it, then please, after washing, make sure you are oiling the scalp, okay, and making sure that you are also moisturizing the hair with a moisturizer to keep your scalp and your hair moisturized. Finally, relating to the last cause of itch, which was the product buildup, is the fact that your scalp might also be reacting to new things that you've introduced to your hair, like fragrances and preservatives from the product that you're putting in your hair. So please be careful with putting new things in your hair, always do a patch test on your arm to see how your skin is going to react, okay, to this product before you put them in your hair and on your scalp. I hope this video was helpful. Please give me a like, okay, if it was helpful, so I know you want me to be bringing you more of these to help us in our protective styles to get the best from our protective styles, the growth and the length retention we're looking for. Please give me a thumbs up, okay, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more of this. Thank you so much for watching. Love you to the moon and back, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. God bless. Bye.